Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage and welcome back to another tool haul episode. Today is a flea market finds episode, and then at the end we'll go into another segment of dump diamonds, free stuff that we found. So let's jump into the tool haul. Let's take a look. We're going to start up here. This got me so excited. Take a look at that old Craftsman logo. Craftsman tools. This is a double open end wrench set. All 6 pieces with the clamp holder. That is cool. That is just sweet. Got a patent on there. Nice. Still has the paint and everything. All right, let's open it up. Look at the condition on these. That is just amazing. These are nice and clean. Oh, got the original finish on there. Nice Craftsman underline C. Flip them over. C1 stamped, forged in USA. This is just really awesome. I never find them in this kind of condition. I've never seen the original holder before. That is awesome. Really awesome. I wish I could tell you guys what I paid for this, but I don't know what I paid for this. I'm going to say it was probably like $30. I bought a bunch of stuff from this guy, and I'm not really sure how much that was. I believe this was $30. This is Exolite, the Deluxe Nut Driver Set number 27 with the original metal holder. Again, something you just don't see. Take a look at those. Those are pretty awesome. You know, they're used, but I've just never seen this vintage before. And in the original holder, complete set. These things are just really awesome. You got the Park Metal Hardware Co. Inc. From Orchard Park, New York. And that's where Exolite was based out of. With these old Exolite Deluxe logos. This is awesome. This is going to clean up really nice. It's going to make a really cool wall hanger in the shop. Next up, we have the Craftsman brake adjusting tool in the vinyl pouch. Pouch is a little dirty, but the tool itself is like brand new. Can't go wrong with that. USA made. Got a couple of locking pliers. This is just a Sears Chinese made locking pliers, but I do collect Sears tools. You know, this isn't something that I would really use. Looks like somebody might have repaired the jaw here. You know, these weren't made super heavy duty, but I'm a collector, so I thought that was pretty cool. Next up is the Vice Grip 7LW with this different style clamp here. This, of course, is a Do It Peterson model, USA. This was $5. I think this one was like $2. And I think this one was only $1. The needle nose style, the 6LN. Again, Do It Peterson. We got some ratchets. First up is the 1/2-inch drive Craftsman flex head ratchet with the quick release. This is a V series 44974. Good functioning condition. I believe that one was $35. Then I got a bargain deal. All 5 of these next ratchets were $2 a piece. So we've got a Craftsman USA 1/2-inch drive quick release, a Craftsman with the butterfly switch 1/2-inch drive, Craftsman quick release again USA, Indestro Select 6470 with the open gear style. And you can just tell by looking at the gear, this thing doesn't have much use on it. Forged in USA, of course. Another Craftsman 1/4-inch drive quick release. This one is a V series 43185. Got 2 3/8 drive breaker bars. One is an SK with the diamond logo, and another is a Husky CB51. I believe that's also a USA made. Yep, there it is on the back. Both with the knurled handle. Got 1 pair of pliers this week, or at least other than the vice grips. Craftsman Western Forge tongue and groove pliers, black handles. I think that was $1. Got some adjustable wrenches, Proto 6-inch. Got a Crescent 6-inch. Klein Tools 8-inch. This is a Fulton made in Germany 8-inch. 8-inch Proto. 12-inch Challenger by Proto. 12-inch Proto Professional. And a 12-inch Armstrong. These were ranging in price. Some of them were $2, some of them were $5. This one clearly marked at $7. I think this one was $10. But you get the gist. Nice stuff. Super excited about this next item. This is the SK Professional Tools 7-piece Torx set. So when I found this, 2 of them were missing. And I asked the guy, I said, do you have the other screwdrivers? And he said no. So I paid $10 for 5 pieces and the foam holder. And then I came home and I liked them so much. They're in such nice condition with the holder. I went on eBay and I spent, I think it was $43 to get the other 2 pieces shipped in. But I was able to get the 2 pieces that were missing in brand new old stock condition. Put the whole set together, and we're gonna keep that here in the garage. We really like that one, especially with the foam holder. Really helps with organization. Got some wrenches here. $10 for this Craftsman 26mm USA VA series in really nice shape. I got 3 Craftsman 3/4-inch drive Soltis wrenches. These are all older V series. One's a flying V, and the other 2 are the single line V. All in really great shape. 1/2 inch, I believe this is a flying V, and a 7/16 in flying V. The Soltis wrenches are pretty hard to find, so I pick them up whenever I can. Next up, Craftsman punch, Western Forge, nice long pin punch. Just needs a little bit of cleanup work, but I like it. It's a 1/4-inch pin punch. Dayton. You don't see Dayton every day. This was $1, 1/2-inch drive extension, about a 10-inch. 2 impact swivel sockets made by Williams. So if you don't know, Snap-on owns Williams now. These are made in USA. But these are pretty similar to the Snap-on design at a much lower cost. I think I got each of these for like $3 a piece. Got some screwdrivers here in the middle. This one I picked up for $1. Check out that logo, that old school Roscoe logo. That's pretty sweet. This would make a great cleanup, you know. It's got everything it needs to be worthy of a cleanup, and everything that, you know, needs to be cleaned up. It's got a little bit of rust, a little bit of pitting. Handle needs some work, but that could be a really good candidate for a fun little project here in the garage. Next up, SK Tools 1/4-inch spinner. This was $1, I think. Got some rust going on here, so we'll see what we can do about that. See if we can get this back in shape. And a rigid. I collect these clear red handle rigid screwdrivers. This one is like basically brand new old stock. A little flat blade. Made in USA. Got an impact socket set. 1/4-inch drive. SK USA metric. That's pretty nice. They're 6-point. Does, I think, 4mm up to 15mm on a nice rail. That's pretty sweet. And when I found that, I also found this little SK 5/8, also 1/4-inch drive impact socket. Got some ratcheting wrenches here. 2 Craftsman SAE double box ratcheting wrenches with the switch, and 2 SK USA. Same kind of deal going on there. Probably made in the same factory. Got another extension cord this week. This was about $10. I just can't pass it up. That's a good deal. You know, you go to the store and these are $40, $50. This one's a 25 foot, so maybe it's $30, but still for $10, that's a third the cost. It's brand new. I like that. I was buying some stuff and the guy said to me, he says, hey, I'm going to throw this stuff in the dollar bin. It had all flash rusted, and I think he was just kind of annoyed by that. But as you could see, I did some wire wheeling, and that is a nice old school plumb. This is a crazy heavy duty wrench. Super large sizes, not sure which ones. Super thick. This is an old school wrench, so I think it's saying 7/8 on here by 1 5/16. Can't complain at $1 for that, right? Lake Superior Wrench Company. out of Michigan. Needs some work. This is all kind of rusted up. Like I said, this stuff was rusting, but can't complain at $1 on that, right? Fun little project for the shop. I can't believe he was going to let this go for $1. Williams. It's got some rust, it's got some pitting, but this is a giant S wrench made by Williams for $1. 1 5/8 by 1 7/16. Found another seller with some old school wrenches. He wanted $5 a piece, so I picked out a couple that I liked anyways. Got the Blue Point box socket at the 12-point end here. I thought that was really cool. That's an old Blue Point logo there. Dates back pretty far. 2 engineer's wrenches. This one is 1 5/8. This is a Billings. We've got 2 alligator wrenches, and these are W&B Whitman & Barnes. This is the number 2 Bulldog wrench. And then here's another Whitman & Barnes. Again, same wrench, but to find 2 of these, $5 a piece, I thought that was a pretty cool deal. Got a Ford wrench. These are the cool ones where they have like the ruler on them. Double open end Ford wrench. Again, $5. Got some hammers. This here I was very excited to find. I got it for $3. See that Champion D'Armament logo there? Champion D'Armament is the channel lock company. They originally were Champion D'Armament, and they changed to channel lock with the success of their pliers. But it's got that old school anvil logo, not just on the hammer, but also on the handle. So it's all original, claw hammer. $3. Craftsman, old school. This is the Mechanics Professional mallet with the interchangeable bits. I believe this was $7, but I like these. I collect them, so I was willing to pay that. Got another lock and lube this week. We got one a couple weeks ago. That's the grease coupler with the complete package. These are, 30-something new. Got it for $1. Loctite, also $1. Blue, $2.42, brand new. Got this whole bin full of wood chisels for $10. And take a look at this. Professional Stanley 2-inch wood chisel in the original package, made in USA, number 60. That's worth over $10, just that one. Here's another professional 1-inch, number 60, made in USA. We got another new package one in here, number 60, made in USA. This is the 3/4 inch. This one, clearly the package has been opened, but I think it's still unused. And then we have a couple of used ones. Here's another 3/4 inch, number 60. Here's a possibly a 2-inch, number 60. This one here looks like 1.5 inches, made in England. This one, 1/2 inch. This one's going to need some work, but still a good wood chisel. Again, another 1.25 inches maybe. And then we got another one here, 3/4 inch, I think. These are good wood chisels. I like the number 60s. They look cool. They got the striking cap. They're heavy duty. I mean, there's 6 of them in my hand, 3 of them on the table, so that's 9. Plus we got this Stanley number 750. Looks like a 1-inch chisel, old school style. So that's $1 a piece for all that. That's a screaming deal. These things are definitely collectible, definitely good. And there's even just a free pair of pliers in the bottom. I don't think they're anything special, but I could clean them up and see. Nice little cutters. And then the last up is the Craftsman band clamp. I paid $3 for this. I gotta cut this open here. There it is. Looks brand new to me. Anybody got any experience with the Craftsman band clamps? I figured for $3 I'd give it a try. You're doing some woodworking. Definitely could come in handy. I like Craftsman stuff. I like having stuff in the shop that I don't have. So that seemed like a good purchase to me. That is it for the tool haul part of the video today. But don't forget, we got some dumped diamonds coming up. I just got to clear off the table, make some room, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Let's check out the dumped diamond finds of the day. These 3 items I actually found myself. I was driving around and found these on the side of the road in a free pile. So we've got a hardware organizer. It's empty, but all the drawers are here. Can't complain about that. These things are super useful. You can use them to organize hardware or really just anything small you got lying around the shop and you need to get organized. Next up, I got a plane. So this is obviously an old wood plane. It looks complete, and on the blade here, I'm not sure if that's going to pick up, but it is the Worth company, which I looked up, and it seems to be made by Pexto. So since it's complete and it's all there, I think I'm going to clean this up. I think it'd be a pretty cool, fun little project. So that's going to be fun. I'm kind of interested in diving into this. I've never done a plane before, so this will be my first one. Next up, just an old wood chisel. Found this with the plane and the hardware organizer. Thought I'd clean it up, you know, just see what I could do with it, play around with it. I didn't see any branding or anything on it, so I thought it could just be a fun little project. Somebody's hammered on the end. I think they even put a plug in there at some point, or I don't know if that was original. It's old, definitely old. And then this was one that my father found at the dump, Eagle Oiler. So it's the number 58 pump oiler, 5 ounce. I cleaned it up with just some tub of towels. Everything is complete and fully functional and pretty good shape. So can't complain with that either. This could be a user for the shop. What do you guys think about the dump diamonds? I think the plane is my favorite dump diamonds. And then for the tool haul, I'm super excited about that Exolite set and that Craftsman wrench set. But let me know what you think your favorite finds of the day are. Let me know if you found any dump diamonds recently. Share it in the comments. Thank you guys. We'll see you on the next video. Have a great week.